Once in the bustling streets of a faraway city, lived Aladdin, a poor boy, hungry most days, dreamy most nights. He went through the bazaars, chasing scraps of bread. He laughed with other children, though his stomach ached. To most, he was nothing, a beggar, a troublemaker, a forgotten shadow. But destiny never forgets. One day, a stranger appeared, a man cloaked in mystery. He smiled warmly, called himself Aladdin as uncle, spoke of family ties, of treasures and fortune. Aladdin's heart swayed. Would it be true? An uncle he had never known, a chance for adventure, for a life beyond hunger. And so, with hope in his chest and doubt in his mind, Aladdin followed him, step by step, leaving behind the noise of the marketplace, walking toward silence, shadows, and fate. The stranger led Aladdin far from the city, beyond the noise, beyond the walls, into the silence of the desert. The wind howled, sand bit at his skin. Still, the man pressed forward, his eyes glowed with secrets. At last, they reached a cliff, jagged rocks, a hollow mouth carved into the earth. The stranger raised his hands, chanted words older than time. The ground trembled. The cave opened, glowing with firelight from deep within. Aladdin gasped. Treasures sparkled in the shadows, piles of coins, chests of jewels, blades of silver and gold. The stranger's voice hissed. Inside lies what you seek, riches beyond imagining, power greater than kings. But remember, boy, bring me only the lamb, only the lamb. Aladdin hesitated. Why only the lamb? Why not the gold? Why not the jewels? The cave whispered. It called to him. Every shadow moved like it was alive. He stepped forward. One step, two steps. The darkness swallowed him whole, and fate followed close behind. Aladdin stepped into the cave. Darkness swallowed him whole, but soon a glow appeared, not from the walls, not from fire, from gold, from endless piles of treasure. Coins spilled like rivers, cups studded with jewels sparkled, crowns shone brighter than the sun, blades of silver gleamed like ice. Aladdin's heart pounded. He had never seen such riches, enough to feed him for 1,000 lifetimes, enough to buy the world itself. But he remembered the stranger's words. Only the lamb, only the lamb. Why? Every instinct screamed. Do not trust him. Do not obey blindly. He wandered deeper, past heaps of coins, past glittering weapons, past thrones abandoned by kings. Each step echoed like thunder. The cave seemed alive. Whispers called around his ears. Take it all. Take the gold. Take the crown. But another voice inside him said, no resist, be wise. At the center, he saw gardens of wonder, trees with emerald leaves, fruit of sapphire and ruby, birds carved of diamond, wings glittering, statues of forgotten kings and queens. Aladdin gasped. It was not just wares, it was magic, a kingdom of dreams buried in stone. But amid the wonder, he remembered hunger, nights without food, days without kindness, and the promise of freedom. The lamb. He had to find the lamb. His steps grew faster, eyes scanning every shadow, every corner, every breath heavy with fate. At the mouth of the cave, the stranger waited. His smile had vanished. His eyes burned with greed. He paced back and forth. Every second felt like an eternity. His hands trembled, not with fear, but with hunger. Hunger for the lamb. Inside, Aladdin stumbled forward. The lamb still hidden, still unseen. But the stranger's voice pierced the cavern. Boy, quickly, bring me the lamb. His voice cracked like a whip. No warmth remained, no kindness, only command, only desperation. Aladdin froze. Why only the lamb? Why not the treasures? Why this fear in his words? The boy's heart raced. He touched his chest. Something was wrong. This was no uncle. This was no family. This was a trap. The stranger shouted again. Do not delay. Obey me, the lamb, and nothing else. His voice echoed like thunder. The cavern shook. Pebbles rained from the ceiling. The air grew heavy, suffocating. Aladdin clenched his fists. He would not be a puppet, not tonight, not ever. Aladdin's steps carried him deeper. The glow of trader faded. The air grew colder. Only silence remained until he saw it, a pedestal of stone. Upon it, a lamp, not gold, not jeweled, plain, old, forgotten. Aladdin frowned. This is what he wants. He touched it. The metal was warm, almost alive. It pulsed like a heartbeat. He lifted it, heavier than it looked, as though it carried the weight of ages. From the cave's mouth, the stranger screamed, "Bring it to me." The lamp, now. Aladdin held it tighter. His heart thudded. Why such hunger for something worthless? Why did the cave itself grow colder? Why did the shadows stretch longer? The whispers returned. Rise with it. Light in the darkness. Beware the hand of greed. Aladdin shivered. The lamp felt alive in his grip, a secret waiting to be revealed, but only in his hands, not a stranger's. At the farthest chamber stood silence. The walls glowed faintly with strange symbols, carvings older than kings, older than time. Aladdin stepped closer. The lamp pulsed in his hand, like a heart, like it was alive. He whispered, "What are you?" The lamp grew warmer. It hummed. A whisper answered back, not from the air, from the lamp itself. Heart filled with it. Aladdin gasped. He nearly dropped it, but something urged him to hold on. The cavern flickered. Torches lit by themselves. Shadows bent, going toward the lamp. It was not worthless. It was everything. From outside, the stranger roared, "Bring it to me. What? Do not keep what is not yours." His voice shook the cavern. The lamp trembled in Aladdin's hands, but inside, he knew the truth. This was meant for him, not a stranger, never the stranger. Aladdin hurried back toward the cave's mouth, the lamp heavy in his arms. The stranger's shadow loomed larger. His eyes glowed with hunger. "Give it to me, boy," he snarled. "Quickly, or be trapped forever." Aladdin stopped. The words got deep. There was no kindness, no love of family, only greed. "Uncle, who are you really?" The boy's voice trembled. The man's smile twisted into a sneer. "I am no uncle. I am your master, and that lamp belongs to me." The cave groaned. Rocks shifted. Dots rained down. The stranger stepped closer. "Hand it over, Aladdin, or be buried alive." Aladdin backed away. His face clenched around the lamp. "No, this is not yours. You lied to me." Fury burned in the stranger's eyes. He raised his hand. Magic sparkled from his fingers. The ground split. A wall of stone rose up, trapping Aladdin inside. The last words he heard were, "Rot in the dark, boy. The lamp will be mine, one way or another." Darkness swallowed the cave. The entrance sealed. Stones thundered down. Dust filled the air. Aladdin coughed. He stumbled, clutching the lamp. The treasure no longer sparkled. It was buried under ruin. He ran left, blocked by stone. He ran right. Another wall. Every path closed. The ground shook beneath his feet. The cave roared like a beast. It wanted to keep him forever. Aladdin fell to his knees. His breath heavy. Tears stung his eyes. No way out. Was this my fate? To die in the dark? But the lamp pulsed again. A faint glow. A promise of something hidden. The whispers grew louder. "Do not despair. Hold on. The lamp holds the key." Aladdin clutched it tighter. The cavern trembled once more. But this time, the darkness felt less cruel, as if the lamp itself fought for him. Aladdin sat in the darkness. The cave was silent now. Only his heart beat. Only the lamp's glow. He wiped his tears, raised the lamp. It shimmered faintly, like a star waiting to be born. His fingers brushed the metal. Dust flecked away. He rubbed it gently. The cavern trembled. A breeze stirred, but there was no wind. Light spilled from the spout, a rising storm of gold and fire. Aladdin gasped. The shadows bent. The air thickened. From the smoke, a ship emerged, massive, mighty, eyes burning like embers. The cave shook as a voice thundered. WHO disturbs my sleep. Aladdin slumbered back. The lamp slept, but the genie's hand caught it, and then it bowed. You freed me, master. I am bound to the lamp, and to you. Aladdin's eyes widened. A world of fear vanished. A world of wonder had begun. And that ends tonight's tale from the Arabian Nights. But many more stories remain. Tales of magic, love, and mystery still wait to be told. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to continue the journey through your Arabian Nights. Until the next tale, may the magic of the stories stay with you.